Hey guys. Uh, Unfortunately, due to extraneous weather-related circumstances, Curse Throne will not be running today. So, because what if we play through the game and all of a sudden something happens, I'm gonna be very unhappy, and we're all gonna be very unhappy. So, this is probably the safer alternative for today. Today we're going to be doing a bit of like world building for a future campaign. But yes, hello as usual. It's me, Juno, your every other Thursday host, and I have with me today Queen,
Yes.
and we have Alex.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
The weather outside is frightful, and the weather outside is frightful, and the weather outside. All right. Anyways, Scott will be also be joining us, but a bit late. But you know, this is kind of a casual stream, so it's fine.
I'll be here for as long as the power holds out.
Yes, Alex will be here unless unless like an icicle cuts through the power lines or something. I don't know.
Well, don't jinx it.
Knock on wood, knock on wood.
Knock on wood, knock on the wood, knock on the wood! Alright, anyways. So, let me tell you a bit about this next campaign that's been percolating through my mind. So, for context, it's going to be... Okay, so I'm going to be using the same system as as I've been using for Curse Throne, the same custom Fire Emblem system. But this time, it's going to have kind of like a steampunk / Magitech setting. So basically, Book 5 of Fire Emblem Heroes validated all of my fantasies of a steampunk Fire Emblem, and I am taking this idea and running with it. So let's get started with building this world.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I should probably skip this because
Yes,
Edelgard talking over Edelgard singing over me talking is probably going to.
My voice is just too powerful.
There we go.
There we go.
Reach for my head! Alright, so it all takes place on the continent of Alzorway!
Alright, so the continent of Itana into the dawn. Oh, I wish I could stay. Edelgard!
It's okay, I can send her away, we just need more thrust!
We'll get to that person later, but for now, first let me introduce the setting. Alex, you know you could press the erase button on the...
However, I am very lazy.
You're giving yourself more work? You're saying you're being lazy and you give yourself more work? Anyways.
Welcome
Alright.
to Man on the Internet.
True that. I've been with you guys for 3.5 years. Alright, so the name of the continent is Itane. If my and it is divided into 3 kingdoms. If that sounds familiar, yes. This is kind of basically Steampunk 3 houses. Don't at me.
It's triangle project strategy.
It's triangle strategy.
It's not 3 houses. It's triangle strategy. Oh my gosh. All right. So, kind of the history of this world is that basically before like the introduction of like human society and all that, the Earth was kind of ruled by like Earth dragons. Well, not ruled by like Earth dragons, but like before, like the Earth dragons kind of like lived underground, because you know they're Earth dragons. That's where they live. And okay, so they kind of have like a society. They kind of like this underground society, like of these dragon people, and the whole like driving force behind them is mana, like the magical energy. So one Earth dragon, Ereshkigal, emerged from the earth and what is that? Is that a dragon?
It's an earth dragon.
It is indeed. Yeah. Right. One dragon, Ereshkigal, emerges from the earth and causes like all of the earth, a whole bunch of the earth's mana to spill out from a big fissure. And it's like this whole big major event. It's not a it wouldn't say a cataclysm, but more like a major shift in like the way that the earth is operating. And at the time of Ereshkigal's awakening, she begins to walk the earth. Like obviously, like human legends say that like, oh yeah, she was born fully formed of the earth, but in actuality, she's just like, oh, let's see what's out here. Climbs out of the earth, and what she sees is a whole bunch of like nomadic tribes just going at each other, just like beating each other up with the we're talking like Iron Age weapons here. We're just like they're killing each other, slaughtering each other for resources and all that. And Ereshkigal looks at this, and she goes, "For shame, for shame,
For shame.
Shame!
So anyways, let's see what's next on this document. Earth Dragons, like I said, they live underground with a copious supply of mana. They've built their society around it. And Ereshkigal sees these humans like fighting each other and says to herself, maybe I can fix this. So basically what she does is she goes down to the humans. She says she wishes to share the knowledge of the Earth Dragons with the people above ground. She feels this like deep sadness that the people underground, that the people above ground are fighting each other. So she calls for the three wisest humans of the surface world to yeah, exactly. Shame!
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 For shame.
Shame! Shame! This isn't what the dragon looks like. I'm just drawing a regular lizard to represent the shame. Shame!
Shame dragon.
The shame dragon! Yeah, we got two people killing each other here.
Kill, kill. Sorry, that just reminds me that one of the characters that I've come up with is kind of based off another character I played for a different game. And it was the running joke in that game where his dad would just appear out of nowhere when he did something bad and just go, for shame.
Anyways, so Ereshkigal comes up and she calls for the three wisest humans of the surface world. They come to the place where she emerged from. They come to the great fissure where the mana is pouring out. And under the cover of night, she educates them about the power this mana holds. She demonstrates like the Nerd 1, Nerd 2, and Nerd 3. Yes, the three greatest nerds of human society are brought to the mana font, as we're gonna call it. And she teaches them about the dragon's inventions. Like they've got like, she teaches them about medicine, about mana flow, about like even like a bit of engineering, because like as usual in the Fire Emblem worlds, as usual for a Fire Emblem world, the dragons can take human form, and they do this quite often. You know, because trying to build things with huge lizard hands is very difficult. I'm sure Mjolnir can attest to the fact that reading things with large dragon hands is also fairly difficult.
They don't make giant books. What the hell is wrong with them?
Maybe when the Memphis engineers finally invent the giant printing press. But anyways,
Sounds like a you problem.
That's a me problem.
It is indeed a him
Exactly
problem.
me problem.
It is pointedly a him problem. All right. Why is the screen not changed? Oh, it is changed. Okay. Shame. I'm looking at Twitch. Why isn't Shame Dragon there? Shame Dragon's there. Oh, phew.
Shame Dragon's there.
Yeah, Shame Dragon. Shame Dragon is here. All right. Anyways, back to Nerd 1, Nerd 2, and Nerd 3, or as history likes to call them, Miton, Cersei, and Sejong. All right. So each of these focused on a specific discipline of the study of mana. Miton focused on the application of mana to engineering. So Ereshkigal taught him all about like building things and like integrating them with mana to like power them, basically creating like the magical equivalent of, you know, the internal combustion engine.
Right. Thanks for the gift of subs, by the way.
Thank you for the
thank
gift of
you.
subs. Yes.
Oh, I got one. Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
The second one, Cersei, focused on the study of pure magic. There he is. The meat one.
Meat.
Yeah, but like
We
Cersei.
love you, meat on. We
Yeah.
love you, meat on.
Meat on.
God.
And yeah, basically Cersei is the one who studied like the pure practice of magic, and Sejong focused on developing tools to study the stars and chart the oceans. Like so, Ereshkigal pointed his eyes to the sky, astronomy, like meteorology, like all the like these studies of like the forces that drive the universe itself, and like, drive the world and the universe itself, rather than like forces that can be built or forces that are based on purely magic. And as sorry, guys.
Sejong.
Yes, Sejong. Miton, Cersei, and Sejong. So as Miton, Cersei, and Sejong went back to their respective homelands to relay this information to the people and to basically teach them about like everything that they've learned from Ereshkigal, many people began to lay down their weapons because they're much more interested in learning about this. Like these people are coming back with ways to better their lives. Like for instance, Cersei found ways to like use magic to help crops grow, so like her people can settle down and like begin to have agriculture and all that. Miton was able to like build great machines that would like help build like products and give them the ability to trade. Sejong, the people began to focus on like astronomy, charting out the stars. They got all of their and that began to like draw all of their focus. And in addition to that, they were able to like travel across the seas, map out like and discover new places, find resources, all that stuff. And all of this is well and good. Like their lives seem to be improving, and people are stopping killing each other, and this made Ereshkigal happy. However, there were those who did not like this, because society was shifting away from a society in which the strong survived and the weak were culled. Sorry, my nose is running a bit.
We live in a society.
You got the sniffles.
Anyways, indeed, we do live in a society.
We live in a society, and it causes the sniffles.
Yes, the society causes the sniffles. All right. So before we move on to the tragedy that befell history, I suppose I should show some of the characters, I guess, or at least try to get basic designs for them. So Ereshkigal, I'll probably draw her human form because like that's how she met with the others.
Sure.
Yeah. Just keep in mind I'm coming up with this on the fly.
Sketchy lines. That's alright.
You're fine.
Of course, pointing ears
That's
because
all-
dragon.
That's how all the best character designs are, just on the friggin' spot.
Yep. But yes, she was known as the Mage Dragon to the humans. And she was known for being kind and benevolent, and I... and somebody is already, even though I haven't even drawn her face.
Well, what do you expect? She's gay!
Yeah.
I'm really starting to adopt the Fire Emblem chibi style now, I've realized. This sounds like Kirby music? Does it?
This is Fire Emblem. This is still Fire Emblem music.
No, I know it's Fire Emblem music, but I'm just like...
But the chat's like, this sounds like Kirby music.
No, chat. This is Fire Emblem music.
We're on Fire Emblem Day. You're listening to Fire Emblem now.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. Oh yes, my favorite song from Fire Emblem Three Houses. God-shattering green greens.
God-shattering green greens. Dom! Poyo, 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 poyo! Dom! Dom! Poyo, poyo, poyo!
Dong, dong.
God-shattering D-D-D!
have a hammer-
D-D-D-shattering Kirby.
Just have a hammer unit.
Alright, here she is. Get all of her dragony glory.
I might change my axe unit to a hammer unit.
Axes are classified as... Hammers are classified as axes in the thing, so you're good.
I use the boing stick.
The bonkin stick!
The bonkin stick. One of my favorite things, I play this, well, I never played it properly, but I've seen like tons of playthroughs of it, called Archives Fantasia. And one of the characters is Rifia, who's like, her main weapon is a staff, but she sings a lot as well in order to attack her foes. But one of her abilities, when she gets to a high enough level, is that she can turn her staff into a hammer, but when she does it, like, she falls on her backside because the hammer's so heavy.
That's funny. But yes, there she is, wearing them robes. Having that long god hair. And, dragon
Anna
form.
L'Oreal, because I'm worth it.
Yeah. I suppose I'll also draw a dragon form as well, because, like, you know,
Sure.
Because
important.
she's Dargon.
She is Dargon. Alex, I'm gonna turn you up a bit.
Sorry.
There we go.
No, you sound fine to me.
Yeah, I gotta...
Hello, welcome to Alex in Bad Weather ASMR.
Usually the problem is never me being not loud enough, so...
Yeah, because, like, for whatever reason, you were on 130 and still weren't coming in super loud on my end. So I guess I don't know. I turned you up a bit more, so you're fine now.
All right.
I think it's like you turned yourself down, but then you turned yourself down too much.
Well, I haven't messed with my mic settings. Maybe the friggin' million blackouts did.
Yeah. It's time for loud, Alex.
This is about as close as my mic can go without falling over, so I guess we're gonna live with it.
Yep, we're gonna. Yeah.
You sound fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine now. Like I said.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah. I mean, if I can hear you, then the
This
chat can hear
dragon
you.
just-
So.
This dragon just looks like, oh, I just dropped my ice cream on the floor.
But yes, I want to give her like the feathered dragon look.
No yawning, only death.
No yawning, only death.
God, This has nothing to do with Fire Emblem or this setting, but I'm just flashing back to occasionally, like when our schedules lined up, me and a couple of my best friends from my old theater troupe would hang out for several hours at the house while our parents had a lot of wine and we played Mario Party and Wii U Party, or I think just Wii Party regular.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our house rule was no rules, only death. None of us were allowed any idea of what the mini games were or how to play them.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Like, we knew what Mario Party as a concept was, but how the hell do you flip the chimp? No one knows.
How do you flip the chimp? Only God can tell you.
God can't help you flip that chimp.
Even God cannot help you flip the chimp. Oh God. Screw that game.
Flip the chimp is the literal worst thing to ever be made by man.
Yeah, at least with the luck-based games, you have a chance of winning. With Flip the Chimp, you are at the mercy of the chimp. Anyways, here's Dagrin.
Chat's asking what's her favorite ice cream flavor.
What's her favorite ice cream flavor? Okay, so here's the thing: the dragons didn't invent ice cream.
Well, then they're not really a high culture now, are they?
The closest they could probably have is like ice dragons up in the north having like condensed milk with ice. Even then, they probably just pour milk on their ice and they just call it a day. So I guess
Jesus
milk flavored.
The best flavor.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to hunt down the dragons, because they don't know how good ice cream is.
Yeah, speaking of hunting down the dragons, so remember those people that I said were not happy that that human society was advancing past the need for violence?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. So, several people did not like this, like I said, and some of them went and, you know, slaughtered. All right, so Meton was slain by people who wanted to keep the order of, oh yes, the strong shall survive. And his work was stolen from him, like his notes, his notes, his blueprints, everything that he's engineered. Most of it was stolen. He left a widow and daughter behind, however. And his daughter, Matilda, I saved the thing, so let me quickly erase the thing and drop the thing into the thing. But yes, his daughter Matilda grabbed what little scraps she could find of her father's work and just ran off before any more stuff could be stolen. In the meantime, the stuff that the raiders did manage to grab was used to create machines of war. So like they would build like armor that was like powered by mana. Like big ol' scary magic armor. And weapons.
Just what we needed. More Titanus.
More Titanus! Except these ones had people in them. We're gonna draw a little angry guy in here. Because he angry.
Titanus Gundam Edition.
Titanus Gundam, exactly. Yeah, this person, we got a little angry dude in here. And what they did is they used these machines of war to slaughter more people. Because they think the strong survive. Let's see. And so basically, they stole each other's machines, they killed each other, they were basically push and pulling all of these like engineering achievements back and forth until finally, a man named Machiavelli, who was one of the original raiders who attacked and killed Meton, had the idea to unite the tribes together until the blowing up stopped. And they could, go over to their neighboring nomadic tribes and, slaughter them and take their resources instead. Because, Machiavelli be like, we can use this and become strong and survive.
Why can't we just give them hugs?
Because that goes against the order. That goes against the traditional order of things, Scott.
I fail to see an issue with this.
You fools! You messed with the natural order!
I fail to see an issue with this. Also,
yes,
hi.
yes, hello, Scott. Anyways. So while Machiavelli is off slaughtering people with war machines, what was happening where Cersei was in Cersei's homeland? She was ousted and her work confiscated. She was left to teach her son Latinus all she knew, and was forced to watch as the magic she tried to help her fellow mages with was turned against each other. So basically what happened in Meton's homeland, except, with magic. People were burning each other, throwing ice at each other, zapping each other with lightning. It was a mess. And basically the same thing happened. A mage, a particularly powerful mage, named Aranis. Actually, let me write down these names first. Machiavelli. Aranis. Yes. Anyways.
Machio bum.
Anyways, Matilda. Yeah. Matilda. Not Matilda. Sorry, Matilda is Meton's daughter. Aranis basically brought the mages together and said that, oh, we have superior magical power. We can take over more territory. And basically did that. And kind of like expanded, started creating like a system of colonies, like, whereas Machiavelli's like people resumed like the nomadic lifestyle in which they started like killing each other. Arrhenius led people to start conquering more territory and like laying down more permanent settlements. Meanwhile, back in Sejong's homeland, what he did was he developed a written language using like an alphabet and characters and stuff. However, Machiavelli and Aranis both caught wind of this. They look at each other and they say, this is a mutual threat. We should put aside our differences because languages that we don't understand are a weakness to us, and we need to get rid of this weakness. So they hire a mercenary band, a band of like pirates, and they go and attack Sejong while he's like teaching his people the language. Sejong has a brother, and Sejong's brother was a great fighter, and he used to partake in attacking the other nations, but upon like Sejong's arrival and like teaching people about astronomy and language and stuff, his brother kind of settled down and kind of dedicated his life to like being by his brother's side and like protecting him and stuff. So when the pirates came to attack Sejong and kill him, Sejong's brother jumped in the way of the killing blow and took it for him and told Sejong to run. Sejong was racked with guilt, and with his wife and daughter Kongshim, I have to stress, his wife and his daughter are two separate people.
I mean, what's the age of mythology? You do have to specify these things sometimes.
Yes! This isn't genealogy of the Holy War, folks.
What are your thoughts on that, Anne?
Also, hi, Anne, yes.
Hi.
Let me edit the who's here real quick then. But yes, hello, Anne. You just caught me in the middle of my storytelling. Yar!
Okay,
Google translate this, you filthy casual.
And these aren't good. These aren't the cool pirates like Captain Dorcas. These are nasty pirates. These are like the.
like King K. Rool. I mean, King K. Rool.
Not King K. Rool.
You wouldn't download a language.
I thought you knew better. Don't copy that floppy.
You won't download a language. Stab. But anyways, yeah, Sejong, his wife, and Kongshim flee their home, and the leader of the pirates, a man who goes by the name of Ajibaldo. He tried to unite the people living within this land, but unlike Cersei, Cersei was the good one. Unlike Marinus and Machiavelli's conquests, his was actually unsuccessful. The people were unhappy with him because, they killed the super cool guy who, like, taught them language and about the stars and about, like, going to other lands and sailing and stuff. That was not cool. You don't just kill somebody who advances your society. So what they do is they oust him. They drive him out. They drive him and like his band of pirates out. And they did this by planning in the language that Sejong invented. This is totally not just Korean, by the way. That's totally not just Korean, by the way. No, it's basically Korean. But yeah.
I can't believe we're learning fantasy Korean.
Basically, the lands are like fantasy Italy, the fantasy Mediterranean, fantasy like England, fantasy British England, and like the United Kingdom, and fantasy Korea. But yeah, the people, in honor of like Sejong and like they continued on his work, and they eventually formed and settled like the first of the three nations to appear in the continent of Itane, and this nation is called Pekche.
Meanwhile, Archibald would be like, "Am I out of touch? No. It be the conquered people whose language I don't speak who be wrong."
Yep, basically. But yeah, Ajibaldo is driven out and shamed. SS evil. Thank you for this. All right, so we got a few bullet points here in this document.
All right.
So the warring tribes, like the people who still believed, "Oh, might makes right, lest the weak must be culled," they saw the mana and and to a greater extent, Ereshkigal, as a resource to gain the upper hand against each other. They all started going straight towards the mana fount and be like, "Let's go kill the dragon and take her powers." This was bad. This was very bad.
Sounds fun to me.
So Machiavelli's nation and Arenas' nation, they start heading towards the mana font. And Ajibaldo is also heading that way because, like, he's been disgraced. He wants to get revenge and raze all of Pekche to the ground. So, yeah, long story short, they slaughter her and she dies. They slaughter Ereshkigal, she dies. But her blood is infused with mana. Because, she's an earth dragon. She literally lives in there. It's like radiation, except cool. Not gonna kill you. It's like if Chernobyl was a good thing. But anyways.
Good Chernobyl, actually.
The good Chernobyl. The good Chernobyl.
Really, we promise.
We promise that elephant's foot is good in this universe.
I tried to come up with a cool blood mana fusion and it just looks like a Tide Pod.
It just looks like that just looks like the symbol of Korea.
You should eat it. Eat right now.
You made Korea, Queen! Congratulations!
I'm sorry.
Queen invented Korea. Wait, why are you sorry?
Why are you sorry for inventing Korea?
Yeah, you invented my existence.
You invented Korea. It looks like a Tide Pod. You should eat it. Really. We
Scott,
promise
please,
it's fine.
Scott, please don't eat Korea.
I'm gonna eat
eating it.
Korea.
Consume Korea, Scott.
Consume Korea.
Anyways, back to back to Ereshkigal's untimely death. When her blood spilled upon the earth, previously the earth was like super barren, super like craggly and cracked, and not good for growing anything. But when when the mana in her blood infused with the earth, things began to flourish. The soil became filled with nutrients. Magical flowers began to appear because, dragons are inherently magical creatures. And she tried to drag herself away, but the trail of blood she left flowers in her wake. And eventually, she fell. She dragged herself to the Monafont and met with Matilda, Latinus, and Gongshim. Along the way, like the people who were previously like fighting with Machiavelli, Agibaldo, and Arenas, they saw these flowers. They saw how like sad Ereshkigal seemed. That like the things that she did, the things that she gave to humanity, resulted in her own death, and that moved some of them to like lay down their weapons and mourn. I mean, others were obviously others were obviously horrible killers and didn't care, but the people who did care laid down their weapons and cried. And the flowers that Ereshkigal left behind eventually became known as the Blood Meadow. As for her, yeah. They're not necessarily red flowers, they're just... squirts ketchup all over the flowers.
They are delicious now.
They are delicious now. These are some weeds that Dimitri would love to eat. Please do not eat the weeds,
I
my
love
lord.
this from Shy. She, like her ice cream, fell to the earth and not a tragedy.
Every last one of them.
Kill a dragon, grow a garden. Got it. Oh no, please don't. Anyways,
That's not.
let's maybe not murder dragons.
But consider, I want a garden.
But
Cersei literally told you. Cersei literally told you how to grow flowers out of barren earth with magic. You don't need to kill dragons. But consider, it makes it happen faster.
But consider my utter lack of ability to do so otherwise. And then consider dragons.
Yeah. But anyways. So, Ereshkigal, yeah, she crawled over to the Monafont. And, yeah, Matilda, Latinus, and Gongshim were all mourning over this, over the gifts that, Ereshkigal had bestowed upon humanity. In her last breaths, she opened one of her wounds to them and bade that they drink of her blood and use her power to bring peace and prosperity to the land, to continue both her and her people's legacy. And Matilda, Latinus, and Gongshim became known as the three saints of Ereshkigal for their deeds and miracles that united the land around their nations. So, basically, she told them, "Hey, drink my blood, and take my powers, because these assholes, so that these assholes don't get it." All right, so the first of these, Matilda, the daughter of Miton, she shared her father's technological marvels with her own people, and taught them to use machines to help each other instead of hurt. She built things such as, she used like the powers of engineering to build things such as like prosthetic limbs. She helped invent like vaccinations. She taught her people to create armor that would like protect them from like the powerful weapons that like kind of Machiavelli's people built. She created transportation, things such as like cars, trains, or the magical equivalent of these things, which would probably just be cars and trains, but they run on magic instead of gas.
So is it fair to say that this... I'm not sure... This isn't the right word for it, but I'm struggling to think of a better one. Like steampunk-esque.
Exactly. Steampunk / Magitech.
It's Steampunk, Magitech, Three Houses.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's that one image of like the utopia that says like society if and then blank blank blank. That's basically what Matilda brought to her people. She even helped develop the assembly line, and some say, like, according to legends, there was documentation of possibly creating flying machines, which a certain character would probably be very interested in reading. More thrust.
I wonder who that is. Anyway.
Wonder who that could be. Anyways, Latinus shared his mother's knowledge of anima magic, and some say he was actually able to take the form of a great lion to roam the land and seed it with mana. This is going to go back to like a point that a gameplay. This is going back to like a gameplay point that I wanted to make about the game. So, while there aren't any people who could like actually shapeshift into dragons and like animals and stuff, I still want people to be able to make beast and dragon characters. So, like the way that people do it in this universe is they kind of like channel mana to like create sort of like a spiritual form around them that like resembles an animal, and they fight with that. In the case of Latinus, he turned into his form was a lion, and he kind of like walked around, basically being Aslan. And he walked across the earth, seeding it with mana, and he taught agriculture to the people, and how to like be one with nature and magic. He like taught about like nature healing, like natural medicine, and from his tutelage, like people even learned how to like do the same thing. They learned how to like create animal forms for themselves, and kind of like do that. Soar through the sky as eagles, run through the woods as like wolves and stuff, all the cool stuff. And Kongxim, she fell ill after ingesting the blood, but through a series of rituals and meditations taught to her by her father, she mastered the dragon blood within her and gained sort of like a sixth sense for the spirit plane, and shared this knowledge with her people, teaching shamans how to heal, navigators to study the stars and the sea, to learn the ebb and flow of mana, and basically like Pekche is where like dark and light magic comes from. So like balancing like the two halves of like basically chi. And anyways, some say that even like the Pegasus was a result of Kongxim unlocking the secrets of the code of life itself. So like they also had genetics. They also studied like genetics and stuff, which is pretty cool. They were able to make winged horses. And Kongxim actually was able to become like the ruler of Pekche, because everybody was like, wow, this is a cool person who helped us with even more things. And obviously, Machiavelli, Aranis, and Agibaldo disliked that. Perfect timing, God Shattering Star. So fearing that they would lose their influence as the strongest of their respective regions, because, oh, look at that, more cool leaders have showed up, and they're better than us, but we're stronger than them, right? They all headed to the Blood Meadow to reap Ereshkigal's corpse for whatever they thought could give them power. So they were going in and basically ransacking the dead body. Yeah, that's... Listen, they're the bad guys. They're not above that.
What, you want to loot a dead body, but that'd be illegal.
Yeah. Anyways, Aranis saw that the other two had the same idea, and she got there first. She saw Machiavelli coming, and she saw Agibaldo coming. So what she did was she grabbed one of Ereshkigal's bones, like probably one of her ribs, and she stabbed Machiavelli in the heart. And then she stole a glob of clotted dragon blood and shoved it into his chest. The blood and the bones infused with mana, and they turned Machiavelli into a beast.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't like that. We got body horror.
That. Fucking that.
Yeah, we have body horror in this house. So let me quickly draw
That's
Machiavelli's beast form.
Fire Emblem, bloody houses.
Yes. So if you played 3 houses, like if you remember what happened to Miklan, him turning into like the Black Beast. Yeah, that's basically what happened here.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm going to pretend to be blissfully unaware. Thanks, Juno.
You're welcome. Anyways, yeah.
So anyways,
So yeah, we got some dragon bone sticking through his face. We got like cracks running down him. This beast is hideous. Gills.
Oh, it's like an anglerfish.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Hey, little does everyone know that this is Kadaf's true form.
hey. Wait
No
a few more.
spoilers.
Wait a few more weeks.
No spoilers.
Fucking asshole.
No spoilers, or I'll kill you.
I'll kill ya, and then I'll
Hugs?
kill you again.
Hugs?
No.
But yeah, turns into some sort of deep sea fish, turtle, anglerfish thing. I don't know, some kind of monster. And what Ajibaldo does is he sees Machiavelli coming towards him. Machiavelli has lost all sense of reason. He's just like, and Machiavelli jumps on Ajibaldo and basically kills him.
Oh.
What Arius does next is she uses her powerful magic to basically revive Ajibaldo. And, you know, I have here in my notes, God-shattering star intensifies. A raider who is revived by magical means and becomes more powerful than he's ever been before stares at Nemesis.
Coincidence. Never happened.
But anyways, yeah. So basically, Aranis has created 2 monsters, and with her most loyal followers, she also shares like the power of like the clouded dragon blood, because she took it in for herself, and wanting to become even more powerful. You know, she goes back, and this lady, man, she breeds like a rabbit.
Oh.
She has kids who bear the dragon blood, but also cursed because bad experiments. And like these displaced people, these disgruntled people who found their influence like diminished because of like the influence of Matilda, Latinus, and Kongshin. They all got together, and they formed their own nation. They infiltrate the ranks of society. Although, you know, obviously, like, some people, they kind of, like, lose touch with the whole, oh, we're gonna take down society, and they'll be like, oh, why? Society is pretty darn good. Screw you guys, I'm out of here.
We live in society.
We
live
participate
in
in
a
this
society.
society. We participate in this society. Like, listen, I just got my vaccination for smallpox the other day, and like, look, I like not having smallpox. So see ya, peace. Screw you guys. Double middle fingers into the abyss. And they kind of and this is where another key player of like the history of Itana's history comes into play. But I'll get to that later. But anyways. These people are known as like the children of strife, or the sons and daughters of Aranis. They're known by multiple names because there's lots of hush-hush talking about rumors going on within like the dark corners and alleyways of society. And also one other thing, Aranis also extended her own life through alchemical means. She like did a lot of experimentation and found ways to extend her lifespan and continue manipulating Itane's history from behind the scenes. All right, you know, as you do.
Like you do.
So now that this is all, now that the ancient history of Itane is all laid out, nice and pleasant, like, you know, with all of our talk of betrayal and murder and death. Let's talk about the modern political landscape of Itane. So allow me to. I'm gonna clear the canvas so that I can make a map here.
Why won't Mom love me?
Yes. gotta. Please.
Slurp that shit!
Please.
Sorry, let me,
I'm dying. You must slurp my. Thank you.
You didn't need to be so eager to do it.
When I want my feet licked, I'll say it. When I want my blood licked, I'll say it. I want my blood licked.
God.
All right. So the first of these nations is the second of the nation to come up. Okay. So first of all, I'll lay down Picte because, you know. Okay, so Picte is a nation next to the sea. It's part of the island is part of it is a peninsula, and you know you got your rivers, you got your like mountains and stuff, you got your like port cities, and we have that. Another nation is the Empire of Daedala. Alright, and here's the monofont. I'm gonna make it like a bright, magical. There we go. Yes, it's got to be sparkly.
Shiny.
Shiny, shiny.
Gonna kick your hiney.
Right. So Daedala is a bit of a, maybe not here if we're doing Mediterranean. So the Daedalan Empire is a series of it has a big mainland area, and extends a bit below here, but also has like an archipelago. And actually, it is part of the history. Like they did go to Pekche. They learned how to like sail and stuff, and they were able to like conquer this archipelago and make it part of the empire. Well, not so much conquer as nobody was living there, but you know, they settled there and
Yeah. Claim this land in the name of Mars.
Yeah.
Thank you for the map drawing.
You're welcome.
So, the Empire of Daedala is what came of Matilda's descendants. They've mastered the art of combining magic with machinery, and spurred forth a massive technological revolution that brought forth an age of progress and innovation. And they even invented firearms that relied on drawing in a mana charge and detonating it to fire projectiles. So they invented guns. They also have like, so because they have like the mana engine, because they have the access to that, they could also create machines that could help build things even taller. So they actually had like skyscrapers. And like obviously they would be like fancy skyscrapers because, you know, medieval times, they were not medieval times, like Renaissance times, they were like they have a lot of like architectural pretty architectural advancements. Because, like, hey, look at us! Our technology lets us make cool things.
Does your technology do that? Yes! Yes, it does!
Yes, actually, it does, because their technology was also the other nation's technology. Like, Pictet learned a lot from, like, Daedalian construction methods, and they were able to adopt them, not necessarily building skyscrapers, of course. Like, the Daedalian Empire had to build skyscrapers because, you know, they had a big old archipelago, and, you know, space was limited. So they had to build up instead of out. But yeah, Pictet built, like, you know, these more artistic, like, buildings, these more, like, Eastern style buildings. Whereas, like, the Daedalians, they have kind of like a mixture of, like, Gothic, Art Deco, Renaissance. But yeah, they have, like, monotrack lines. They have a line that leads to the Monofont for reasons that I'll also get to later. And they have, like, trade routes leading up to the borders here, because the treaties probably don't let them. A, treaties. B, like, there's a big old mountain range. So, like, they don't want to blow up too much of the mountain because they're worried about disrupting the flow of mana. So they just leave it there, and they make the rest of the trip over in terms of trade routes. All right. And the last nation is the Halidom of Thessaly.
And that's how we get to the Halidom of Thessaly!
Yeah. Can you help us get to the Halidom of Thessaly?
Well, actually, I don't know if I can...
Great!
Can you show us where the Halidom of Thessaly is?
Well, I actually have a place I need to be in about few...
Good job!
Great job!
Yeah. Archibaldo, no piracy! Archibaldo, no piracy!
Oh man!
What was your favorite part?
I like the part where Erinys murdered two of her competitors.
I like that too.
I like that.
I like that too. But anyways, the Halidom of Thessaly has dedicated itself to the study of magic and alchemy, a group of studies categorized under what they call arcanology. They studied anima magic, the elements of mana, fire, wind, lightning, and earth. The study of arcanology in tandem with Daedalus' technological advancements have led to great inventions such as the development of the mana greenhouse, which was a building built attuned to the land and sky that farmers could use to grow crops all year round.
Briefly, I'm gonna stop you right there for a moment. Please tell me you're not gonna introduce a magic weapon triangle.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
Thank you.
There already is a
Moving
magic
on.
weapon triangle. Red, blue,
Red, green, and
green.
blue.
I know. You know exactly what I'm
Yeah,
talking
Scott,
about.
why would I make things more complicated?
Thank you. Continue.
This calls for more triangles. More triangles.
More triangles!
Don't you think we have enough triangle? More!
More triangles! Alright. So... Okay, anyways, so... Pictet...
More triangles.
More triangles! We've added a fourth color, pink!
Pink.
Alright, anyways, so what Pictet did, they turned their wisdom to the stars, the sea, and the earth, finding magic in nature around them, and the spirits of the land and sky, charting the stars, met the earth, they even invented a way to keep track of time. They developed a kind of mechanical clock that ran on water, and like at first, because you know they're next to the sea, they have access to a lot of water. They have mountains, they have access to like running water. The sea, they can just fill up. They could just tank up over there and like pour water in there, and like they could tell the time based off like the way the water drips. And eventually, that innovation led to like mana-powered clocks and all that. And like the big, it even got to the point where like the palace, the royal palace of Pictet, even has like a clock tower built into it. So like, the people in picture always know what time it is. Like it rings out. What are time zones? Well, time zones are determined by the sun, where the sun is, and they have multiple like clocks stationed throughout the nation. They probably just have 3, and they've offered them to the Thessaly and to the Daedalian Empire as gifts of peace. They've yet to build them, as of the point that I am at the story.
Well, they better hurry the fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but their clocks are ticking.
That-
Did somebody say clocks as in time?
Wrong street.
God, I love how Cernos just turns into Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
At the mention of time.
Next time.
Next time. Time.
Eddie, it's time, Eddie.
Oh well, I guess we gotta go. Venom, we gotta go. It's time.
Yeah. Anyways, the studies of the beyond. They study they studied both astronomy and like the spirit world. So like and the soul. They studied the soul. So they were able to develop light magic and dark magic. Both. They're parts of the same whole. It's all magic. Like there's in this universe like there's no like such thing as evil dark magic or anything. It's just magic that toys with like the concept of life itself. In fact, genetics in this universe are are stemmed from like studies on dark magic, which is fun. Like they're even figuring out how to like solve like certain genetic diseases.
Hey, good on them. How
And
did they
that's
fuck
yeah.
it up?
Huh?
I said good on them. How did they fuck it up?
they don't.
Oh,
If
wow.
they
Right.
if like I said, we have to divorce dark magic from the from the idea of evil in this universe, because dark magic is basically like it was basically just like part of life magic.
No, that's fair. I guess I just wasn't expecting actual progress.
Well,
Yeah.
let me put it in D&D terms. Raise Dead is a necromancy spell.
Yep.
One would
Wait a minute,
scarcely
what?
argue in the usage of Raise Dead as a good thing.
Wait, run that by me
Zumbles.
again? Run that by me again?
So Raise Dead is a necromancy spell.
What?
So is yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know,
What?
shocking.
Shocking.
You're pulling my leg, dude.
Yeah, Raise Dead and Resurrect, they're all necromancy spells. Same as
No.
Animate Dead, which makes fucking zombies, and Raise Dead just brings it back to life.
Yep. They're all necromancy
Also,
spells.
while I'm blowing your mind, Scott, Minor Illusion
Uh-huh.
is an illusion spell.
But anyways, yeah. Genetics
As opposed to
waves
that-
jazz
that
hands.
creatures with a conjuration spell or some shit like that.
You might surprise you to know.
Oh my god!
Anyways, the contributions of Picture to like the areas of light and dark magic and like genetics and astronomy and all that, they've all been documented in the libraries of Thessaly and Daedala, and their discoveries help the nations in tandem learn more about the world as a whole. So, as things happen, these nations are at peace and they're learning from each other. That's good. Now let's talk about the war.
Oh boy.
So, in the past, the Empire and the Halidom did wage a great war over control of the Great Monofont because they both had both of their societies revolve around mana. One is based on magic, and the other is based on magitech. And they're like, if we can control this, we can help society even further. But we want to do it our way. No, we want to do it our way. Draws weapons, loads gun.
Well. We can talk this out. No.
Here's your gun, Scott.
Here's your gun, Scott. Go and kill the magic people.
Oh.
All right, now I won't go too much into detail because I want to get to like actually drawing some of this stuff anyways. But this war was part of like the efforts of the sons and daughters of Aranus to return the continent to a state where the strong ruled absolutely. Though this is one of the events that caused the divide between several members who didn't understand that this great hatred, that they didn't understand why these people hated like world peace. Like, Aranus and her cronies are gonna be like, yes, we're gonna plunge the world back into war, and I'm going to take over. And then other people and some of like the sons and daughters are like, why? Society's pretty rad. One of these offshoots was a man named Arsene.
Arsene, like Arsene.
Like Arsene Lupin, yeah. Precisely. Oh, by the way, the Halidom of Thessaly has a castle. Yeah, let me just. Thessaly is very much based off of like Arthurian legend, like Camelot and stuff. Scott was here.
Land.
All right,
whistle.
All right. Anyways, let me just bring that drawing over here. But yes, there is our map of Pictia, Thessaly, and Daedala.
Yay!
All right.
Nice.
So, Arsene. Arsene formed a rogue band and sabotaged the Children of Strife in the last stages of their plan to plunge the continent of Etane into total war. What Arsene's band did was what Arsene did was he saw the 10th empress. He saw to it that that the 10th empress of Daedala, Ariadne, would stop the war. Would be the one to stop the war. So what he did was he kind of slunk around in the shadows behind the back of the Children of Strife. He talks to Ariadne, Empress Ariadne, and basically serves as her liaison. He's like, hey, I can... Large map!
Large map!
That's the next Super Fire Emblem Maker boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so
How
anyways...
do you intend to win this map when I am the map?
Wide map.
Wide map.
My special will activate in 2 turns. I will close roll 20.
Monster!
I am a monster. I have 5 health bars. Good luck depleting them all.
God damn it. It turns into a fucking road atlas.
I am the Rand
McNally
McNally Road Atlas. You cannot defeat me.
Not Red McNally Road Atlas, it's too powerful!
Anyways, Arsene. Back to Arsene.
Yes.
Arsene helped Ariadne reach out to the king of the Halidom, Marzin, with Ariadne aiming to come to a settlement in terms of control of the Manafont. Arsene... Yeah, so basically Arsene was like, okay, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. And they come to an agreement. Both nations, they wish to study the Manafont and apply it to their respective nations' studies. They have no idea how to stop the fighting. So, Arsene reaches out to some of the scouts of King Musang, the king of Picte, and his scouts relay this information back to Picte. Musang reaches out for a peace agreement to both Marzin and Ariadne, saying, "Hey, what if we built a school?" So this led to the construction of the Etane Joint Conservatory, which is a great building, almost like a fortress, a great bastion of knowledge, that was built over the Manafont. I know, this is just Garrick Mock, but with steampunk.
never seen any building quite like it. I have. Shush.
But yeah.
It's only a model.
Most of the construction of the conservatory was headed by the Empire of Daedalus. But it does integrate like several design influences from all three nations. You know, since it's a joint conservatory. So, like people get around with train little funicular trolleys there. We got like towers. More triangles!
Yeah, to represent the unity of our nations, we present more triangles!
You joke, but there is no god. You joke, but like the crest of the thing is like a triangle.
More triangles?
More triangles!
More triangle.
More triangle. And you'll find this design on like a lot of the the doors and the school uniforms.
Ooh. I like that.
It's a symbol of unity.
And triangles.
And more triangles.
Oh god.
It symbolizes triangles.
Ah! Why is it red? Oh god!
What the?
The blood
scared
moon
me.
rises once again! Be careful, Link!
Link.
Oh god! It's Ereshkigal's blood! It's all over the king! It's all over the castle! And like the conservatory actually does overlook the Blood Meadow. Because like, it was built over the place where, the dragon died.
So sad.
That's rough, buddy.
And actually, there are catacombs underneath the conservatory that do house like the remains of Ereshkigal. Because
Resist coloring in triangular shapes.
They have to preserve the body so that the people who were, so that the terrorists from like thousands of years ago. Well, I don't know, not thousands of years ago. It was probably like just probably a few centuries. Anyways, from the ancient terrorists, don't come in here and do the thing that they tried to do back then.
So what if we wanna?
Yeah. Some say that a bunch of secret students lie down there, called, I don't know, something like the Ebony Coyotes.
The coyotes. One of them comes out every once in a while and is super sad.
Oh no, not sad.
It's the sad coyote. The coyote is sad.
But yes,
You got... Oh.
his little face.
I'm going to eat your soul.
Anyways, yeah, they built the building.
Ugh, good
All right.
for them.
So, one last little world building thing. So, because I mentioned earlier that like the dragon blood was passed down through generations, and this blood was organized. This blood is called holy blood. Because that's what genealogy called it, and it's organized into crests, named after the people who, named after the first bearers of that crest. So, the full list of crests. Let me just quickly move this up. Hope you guys are enjoying the Fire Emblem dubstep, by the way.
What is this?
More
strange
triangles.
A triangle!
Triangle. It is powerful. I must have it for my own!
This is the new plot MacGuffin. The triangle.
Right, so anyways, the crests include the crest of Ereshigal, the crest of Matilda, crest of Latinus, crest of Kongjim, crest of Ariadne, crest of Marzin, crest of Mushang, and the crest of Arsene. What each of these do, I will iron out later because I need to adjust some of these. But yeah, in terms of gameplay mechanics, I'm kind of implementing them as like an additional thing that you can roll for, like in the middle of combat. Like, oh hey, maybe if I do this, I could kill this boss faster. Please allow me to roll for the crest of a, say, Marzine, so that I can kill this guy with half of my res, so that I can get free glacies, free iceberg. But yeah.
Iceberg all the time, baby.
Well, actually, only 4 times per map, but you know.
Still good.
If I can't beat a Curse Throne map in 4 turns, something's gone wrong.
Something's got her. Yep. But yeah, anyways, that is the... Basically, that's all of the information that I have about the history of Itane. Now I can talk a bit about, like, the characters. But first, I really need to go to the bathroom. My bladder's about to burst, so that's probably a good sign that we need to take a quick break.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Whoa.
Alright.
See you all later.
I'll see you all for character stuff. So, yeah, see you in a bit,
Waka
guys.
waka.
Waka waka!
Waka waka.
Alright, welcome back. We have achieved the evolution of the triangle. The hexagon, which is just 6 triangles in a trench coat. I also see that we have Lara Croft down at the bottom right there.
That's beautiful.
Listen, she had triangle breasts. That's why she was the ultimate waifu of the late 90s, early 2000s.
How many polygons do you think that was? Was that 1 or 2?
Technically, it's 2 polygons.
It's 2.
Yeah.
Can't
Ooh,
believe your
impressive.
tits are 2 polygons.
Yeah, there's a vertex. There's a clear vertex there. It's 2 polygons. All right, I'm gonna clear my canvas, and we're gonna talk about some of these characters.
Waka 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 waka.
Stop it.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. That's not the right document. There it is. So we've got some key characters we got some key players in this story. So the first character, the first of these the 3 lords of the setting include Alright, so first one is named Adelaide di Traglia. She is from the no relation to certain other very short, very small women who may have caused an entire revolution in all of a certain other continent. Adelaide is the princess of the Empire of Daedala. She bears the major crest of Matilda. And her mother, Empress Zyra di Traglia, is terminally ill and not handling it well. Let me grab a picture of her because I actually have a sketch.
I would draw an angry Edelgard, but I realized it would just look like how I draw Murder God, but with longer hair.
It's okay, I got her on tap.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. Here's some perspective for you, chat. Edelgard is as tall as Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. And yet still taller than Murder God. Yep, Murder God is 5 even. Edelgard is 5'2". And anyways, what was I doing? I was getting that art of Adelaide. Let's see. So yeah, here's her name. Yes, Adelaide di Traglia. Let's see. Add source. Let me add a new source instead. No, her name's not Gatorade.
Okay, but once she gets a million stat boosts, would that make her Powerade?
Heyo. But there she is. I'm gonna put it in chat for you guys too, because you know.
Because I'd like to see it too. Yes.
Yes.
Yo, yo, yo. Gay, gay, homosexual, gay.
I mean, she is so. Unsurprisingly, a character created by Juno. Who knew? Hella gay. What?
Yeah.
Lesbian. Hey, sometimes I make bisexual characters.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But anyways. Yes, chat, this is Adelaide di Traglia. She is a firearm infantry unit. And her weapon, the weapon she's holding right there, that pretty little mana rifle right there. It is called the Daedalus Svendenai, Mark II.
Isn't tight.
Not every foreign language is sneezing, Scott. God, I'm kidding. But
Love
yes,
you.
love you too, Scott. But there she is, the princess and heir apparent of the Daedalus Empire. She is proud. She stands tall, and well, she experiences problems about midway through the school year. But you know. And she has a terminally ill mother. So, you know, there's that.
Oh no.
Her best friend, her name is Morgan Hemsworth. If I can just...
More gay?
Wait,
Gay,
they're
gay,
all
homosexual, gay.
Gay, homosexual, gay.
Wait, they're all gay?
Always have been.
Always have.
Always has been.
Or European.
Huh?
Well, Adelaide is gay and European.
Whoa!
But neither is she straight.
The only straight Adelaide is a straight shot.
Straight lady?
That's true.
But there she is. Morgan Hemsworth. Adelaide's best friend at the conservatory. And also the heiress apparent of the Halidom of Thessaly.
Can we see?
Yeah, of course. Let me post.
No, not allowed.
No! Look on Twitch! I'm kidding.
Oh! That's
I'm
adorable.
gay.
Yes.
I love her design so much.
Oh no, my weakness, puffy pants.
Yep, she's got the puffy Claude Von Regan pants, and I'm well here for it.
So,
A character based on... A character similar to Edelgard, a character similar to Claude.
Unfortunately, that's where the similarities between characters end.
Fair play.
Also, I haven't designed the third character who I'm going to talk about. I have not yet designed Nararam Huangbo, the Prince of the Kingdom of Pekche.
Ooh.
So let me get his name down. There he is.
There we go.
It's
He's
him.
just Prince Charming.
Sure.
Why is he white?
I don't know. It was the first thing I could think of.
Where's that picture of Melman going, why are you white?
What is this? What is this?
Ah, yes, the White King of Fantasy Korea.
God.
No, hang on.
Oh, I see. I did not erase the color file.
See?
There we are.
Oh my
Finally.
God. There he is, Nararam. He's a stick figure. No, I'll quickly draw his face.
No. Give it back. I need to do something very important.
All right. What is it?
There we go.
I'm going to end you.
I realize that
Promise?
Nararam's name is slightly to the left in the Twitch stream, so I'm just gonna push that over there.
Time to do what I do best.
Alright, there he is. There's the boy.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh lordy.
Oh my god. Oh Lord Jesus Christ Almighty.
The Vipers.
Morgan, I'm gonna have to move you over a little bit because I need to show that his weapon's a lance. Sorry, Morgan. Your cape is going off
like
the side of the
I no longer have ovaries.
Gross.
Any of these three characters exist. Amy.
Koi just.
I'm
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah. Now around Longbow, breathes. Amy, gay. Homosexual,
Sexual
gay.
Oh, legit. He's adorable.
Yep. He's a good boy. This is not a naginata. This is a Korean spirit called a hyopdo. The difference is like there's like tassels and stuff. But yes, there he is. Ah, there he is. The crown prince of the the crown prince of Pekche.
Nice.
Alright, what else did I want to talk about? Let's see. So yes,
Not
basically
beneath
these three come into the these three come into the conservatory. They're here to learn. They're here to basically be students and be good leaders for their respective kingdoms or their respective countries. Yep. And I'm sure nothing terrible is going to happen over the next school year.
One Adobe Premiere transition later.
Everything's on fire. Oh god.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Save the city.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Good friends, and nothing's ever going to change, but everything's changed.
But yeah. Now, my friends are also crazy and have already created several character concepts for this setting. So, which one of you wants to go first? You know who you are.
Do I know?
Surprisingly, I am not in this camp.
Yes.
Oh, weird.
Cries and not participating.
Yeah. Well, Queen, do you want to go first?
I mean, I just want to hear about Lady Catherine, to be honest.
I guess we've called out Lady Catherine.
We have called out Lady Catherine, so let me get a picture of her.
Give
As well.
Lady Catherine. I want to fucking see what she looks like. I swear to God.
All right. Let me put it in the chat for you guys first. Here's the sketch.
Yo.
Every 5 minutes, Queen's ovaries explode.
Question.
So,
Serious question. What color is her hair?
Light brown.
Yeah, light brown.
I thought she was ginger.
so I should probably start cosplaying this character, shouldn't I?
And
Maybe.
let's be real, the wings.
I will try. What I can to make those wings happen.
Right, there she is.
Oh, is she using an axe?
Yeah, she's an axe unit.
I love it.
Judith,
I
you
love
could
it.
have warned me before I made Laura an axe unit!
We can have multiple axe units. It'll make up for Cursed Throne not having any axe units.
We
Everyone
had one axe unit, but then, well, the Fire Nation attacked.
We missed your split. But anyways, Alex, please tell us more about more thrust.
All right. So I'm just waiting to see if it is on Twitch so that the people can see the greatness that is Lady Catherine Moncrief.
There, she just appeared.
Yeah, they see.
Cool. All right. So, Lady Catherine Moncrief, the self-proclaimed mother of aviation. So there may or may not have been flying machines in the past. Paltry toys compared to the genius that is Lady Catherine.
Yes.
So basically, she is the only child of a noble, very well-to-do family. I'll work out the details later once, we start getting closer to when we actually run this. But basically, her father was like, all right, it's your 5th birthday, you've been a very good girl, I got you a Pegasus to ride. And Catherine was very excited until the Pegasus kicked her in the head.
Oh.
So she vowed revenge from that day on. She was going to invent a method of personal flight transportation to render Pegasi completely obsolete. And over the years, her dad went from, well, that's nice, honey, to, are you still doing this, honey? To, honey, no, honey, stop! And finally just shipped her off to Itane Joint Conservatory so she could be someone else's problem. They have not been able to stop her. In fact, most of them encouraged her to continue studying flight. The wing pack on her back is of her own design. It is the most stable version she has. What she's working on, however, are more portable jetpacks, much to the chagrin of her classmates.
Yep.
She's very personable. She's very nice. She's very smart, but she's not Jimmy Neutron levels of unpleasant to talk to.
Yes, she
But-
won't be calling salt sodium chloride.
She will not be doing that. But she also really wants you to help her test the new jetpack. And there are so many kinks to work out that they named a wing of the infirmary the Moncrief wing. Specifically because people come in, jetpack, I crashed into a tree.
So, Catherine, did your father make a donation to the conservatory? Because there's a whole wing named after you.
Well, I mean, yes, but that's not why.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
Yes, but actually, no.
Yes, and that is why she wants to have more thrust.
More thrust.
More thrust.
I'm gonna
Because she
pretend
got
that you
kicked in
didn't
the head
phrase
by
that
a
as
flying
well.
horse.
Yeah, clearly the problem we have is that these jetpacks stop when they crash into a tree. More thrust will get you straight through the tree.
Good lord.
So anyways, clearly the Pegasus kicked her in the head one too many times. One time. She only got kicked once. That's one too many times for being kicked in the head by a
alright.
Pegasus.
She only
One
has a
too many
minor case
times.
of... That's alright, she only has a minor case of severe brain damage.
Oh my god, that kick turned my daughter into a genius. Oh no, that kick turned my daughter into a genius.
Yep.
Well, time to kill her. Don't look, honey.
No, well, she's the problem of the Itane Joint Conservatory. Although the engineering professor, Boris Wright, does not see this as a problem.
This is not a problem.
God.
This is a teacher's pet in the making.
This is a teacher's pet. Yeah. For context, yes, Boris Wright is indeed the name of the engineering professor and Mana Construction. So, honestly, she'd probably get a lot of help from him. Now you're looking for thrust when you should be looking for lift.
I understand. However, in order to achieve this lift in the first place, what I think we need is more thrust.
Anyways, perfect
You
that this
gotta do
music
like
starts.
rolling of the R, like thrust.
Rust.
Rust.
Oh yes, more
Oh god, she's taking off! She's taking off!
That's what
away!
yeah. That's what the engine sounds like when she when she starts it up. That's probably one of her critical quotes too.
Oh god.
Her special activates.
Hold on.
More
and then she just barrels an axe straight through a dude.
God.
Yeah. We'll see her. Oh my god, Lady Captain, that's incredible. Thanks, I did invent the jetpack. No, you're flying around with that strapped to your back and no other support, and you're swinging around a huge axe. You must have the strongest bones in the world.
She does have the strongest bones in the army.
That's her quirk.
Possibly in the school.
Yes.
Possibly in all of Eternity.
Oh yeah, thank you. I helped supplement them with a little chemical I invented called super calcium. I wanted to call it Mega Milk, but everyone laughed, so I thought maybe not that.
All right, I'm gonna move Lady Catherine out of the way just to make this meme.
All right.
Sorry, Morgan, you're gonna have to be hidden for a second. And also, everybody, please bask in Clownville Guard.
I'm very proud of this.
Adel Clown.
I have nothing else to do right now. May as well just make Adel Clown.
Oh my
calcium.
god.
What?
Super calcium.
It's super calcium.
Super calcium.
Super
calcium.
calcium.
Super calcifragilistic expiala bullshit.
Do you not enjoy the super calcium, Queen?
I mean, I'm impartial to milk on the occasion.
Excellent.
Drink
Consume the calcium, Queen.
Drink your super calcium.
Grabby hands.
Grab your hand. Now that
Oh,
your bones are
nothing
strong,
to
you'll be a
color.
perfect test subject for a new flight test.
Oh my god.
Wait, no.
She just sounds
More
like Kim Johnson now.
coming!
Yeah. Catherine, no. Catherine, yes!
Maybe?
Catherine, yes!
Catherine, yes. I will not take no as an answer.
Come now that you have taken your super calcium, it is time to fly. Wait, no, I didn't sign the waiver.
Oh, yes! Here, really quick, it's about to take off. Thank you!
Yeah.
Crash! Just flies on over to the site. So how did it go? Be as precise as possible, I'm taking notes.
Well, Mom, it broke my legs. And I think it
I
also
see.
broke my back.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, the back is a bit of a problem. You'll need that to put a jetpack on.
Obviously, Mom, but therefore I can't do these projects. I can't do these experiments anymore.
Nonsense! We'll just put you in the infirmary, your bones will heal, and you'll be good as new and ready to fly again!
Nurse.
I hope,
So,
medic.
I guess I need to continue my streak of himbos by making some sort of guy that's just like, how the fuck did he get into the academy?
Joint Conservatory is also partially a military academy as well, because like they study
Yeah.
the combat. They study
Oh,
the
good.
combats.
So I can have a himbo after all.
Yeah, you
make it
can have a
work.
himbo. You can have a himbo night and all that. Yeah. And you can drink the super calcium because it's more powerful than normal calcium.
Paleo, but somehow he got into the military.
Of-
Professor Wright, I can't help but notice a lot of my Pegasus writing students have been skipping class to go to your extracurricular activities. Well, it's less mine and more Moncrief's. Oh god, what's Moncrief done now?
It's not good.
Points up.
Points. There is a trail of smoke across the sky.
I see. If I tighten the control valve, one day I can get it to spell my last name.
Oh my god. And this... Lady Catherine, please, you're scaring the wyverns.
Good.
A wyvern kicked me in the other side of the face.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, let me get my casual wear. Comes out in a shirt. Women love me. Wyverns fear me. Pegasi must die.
Pegasi must die.
Pegasi must pega die.
That's what it says in the back.
Pegasi must pega die. Because surprise, surprise, Lady Catherine, also a lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're all lesbians.
Plenty of S support options. I should introduce S supports for like the NPCs too, because like it'd be fun to have like character interactions and get bonuses.
Please,
And get bonuses.
Please.
please.
Finally
I
have a
was trying
reason.
before I realized they weren't there.
Finally have a reason for Audrey to have a partner in Esther or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. I think he got drunk and hit on her one time, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Go farther, you coward.
Yeah. No, maybe don't hit on people while you're drunk.
Yeah!
Alright.
That
Yes.
fucking booze down.
Yeah. Put it down! Put down the booze! Alright.
Get spray bottle. Go away! Stop that! No!
Anyways. Who else shall we talk about today? Who is our next victim for being talked about?
So many victims, so little time.
So many victims.
Well, hell, I guess it must be me.
I guess it's your turn. I'm going
Let
to...
me draw.
Let
I
me
have
tell
come
you
up with
about
this
my
character
that I made
today.
just on the spot. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've
know.
come up with this character today. In the 5 minutes of realizing that Catherine has a axe, I have now given her a backstory. So give me 2 seconds. This isn't going to be the best drawing, but I'll try.
Juno, is it possible that the academy maybe has like a drawing of sorts for like certain students to be brought in as like reserve courses or whatever?
Actually, like the enrollment, like the enrollment process is like kind of submitting like a tuition and then studying, like paying the tuition there, and then like studying and then like testing and like kind of determines like which classes you'll be taking.
Mm-hmm.
And, like after like a year of basics, you like test into like one of the disciplines that like one of the traditional disciplines, whether it's like through the engineering, the magic, or the stressed like world science. And of course, there's also the route of combat, like of military training.
I just love the idea of just like, look at all of these amazing inventors and people in a militia, and then there's just this one guy who's just like, how did I get here? What am I doing?
Yeah. How did I get here? Pats on the back. You're flying now.
I don't know how you got here, but straps on jetpack.
Here's how you're going to get there.
I kind of want that now, though.
Well, Scott, you have plenty of time to
Yes,
think about your
please.
himbo.
Starts up, make a man out of you.
Let's get down to business.
I don't know what
I
I'm
need a
doing.
himbo.
Be a man, but you'll have to do.
All right. Hair color. All right. So, who's played Persona 3 here?
I'm familiar with Persona. She's a ginger. I mean, yes, I'm familiar with Persona 3.
So you know Chidori?
Yes.
Well, in the midst of my Persona 3, just looking at random articles on Wikipedia today, I was like, oh yeah, Chidori is a thing. Now, Chidori is this lovely little woman who one of the characters, Junpei, has a little romance with. And then it turns out she's part of the enemy team, but she has this sort of nice, cute Lolita thing going on. But then she also has an axe on a hatchet as a weapon, which is awesome. So this is Lori. Let me
Hi,
write that.
Lori. Everybody say hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
How are you?
So the story thing I came up with, I don't know if these have like big story,
Yeah.
but the concept is that she's sleep deprived a lot because I feel like her mum sent her with the expectation of, oh, you must study, so she just spends all her time studying, which means minimal sleep. But-
She's a college student.
Yeah, absolutely. But the other thing I thought, if that, like, she has a hammer, and I mean, this is like a big chungus hammer, DDD hammer.
Amy Rose Hammer.
Yeah, feel free to add decorations because I suck at design. But but the idea I had is that to add to tired mood is that in her home life she's a bell ringer, and not in the sense of like pulling the rope sort of bell, as in picking up a hammer and smacking the bell kind of bell ring.
Hold on.
Ooh. So she just goes dong dong.
The bow is white.
I know. I mean, I didn't know that, but
I know, by which I mean I didn't.
just give me a minute. Give me a minute.
But give me a second. It's just, she sounds like this a lot, you know, very dreamy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm sorry if I fall asleep in class. I try not to. But sleep is very hard to come by these days. It doesn't help when the bells are always ringing in your ears.
Oh.
Oh, baby girl.
I can't imagine that the school bells are going to do very well for her.
I love how I say the bow is white, you make the bow pink.
Congratulations, your character is now a furry.
You know,
I-
like, yeah.
I despise you with an abhorrent passion.
No, wait, hold on, we need the dots. There we go.
Oh
Now-
my god, you're evil.
Oh
Now,
my god.
I did have another idea. I have a character from another game I played, ironically a space game, which is not our space game. And what happened, his name was Brandovan. What happened to him in the game is that he got a monocle at one point because he lost his eye and then got the eye back. And then, but because the eye was healed, he could see well out of that one and not the other one, so he just kept the monocle. And then I was just like, oh, wait a minute. Monocles are very steampunky. I could recycle that. The problem is that in that game, he was like in his 30s, so I feel like he'd have to be faculty or something in order to be in this.
Yeah,
but
like, faculty
then I was
characters are
like,
valid.
but then I was like, oh, wait a second. He's a redhead as well.
Whoops.
Do I make these two related? I have not decided, but I
Uncle
will try
Brandovan.
drawing him. Yeah, he's probably not going to be called Brandovan, but I will see what happens. But let me try drawing him.
Okay.
I'll do him in this little corner here.
Yeah. Next to Super Calcium.
Super calcium!
Super
Time for me to ogle
calcium.
at super calcium fragilistic.
Must ogle at her Super Calcium.
The other T-shirt, the one that says "Women want me, pick a side, fear me," is in the wash.
It has this weird, like, it's kind of like, it was like this weird sweat back hair. I don't know how to draw it. It's fluff.
It's fine.
It's not fun. It looks ugly.
No.
Yeah, fluff hair. Looks up in Alex.
Looks up in comics.
I mean, Queen, I'll be doing the art again because I can. So
Yeah, well, I can send you the reference anyway, but it's like, it's something like this, basically, like, floof. And then,
Big floof.
God, he looks like an anime protagonist.
yes.
I mean,
He's
There's
gonna be the next
real-
Hokage.
Believe it.
Okay.
I don't
Right,
believe
and then
it.
he's got some green eyes, because green eyes are pretty. Oh god, now he looks like sparkly anime boy. And then the monocle's here. So the question would be now, because the original Brandovan was very, he was part of like this very rich family, but they were also pretty damn racist to other aliens, as the Hilvation do. But I don't want this guy to be racist. This is nice, Brandovan. Nice, not Brandovan.
What color is his skin?
It'd be pale.
Yeah, okay.
There
Look,
he is.
one day I'll make a
CEO of
character who
racist.
isn't pale.
Oops. There we go.
And just color. Yeah, just get that cloak in.
Like that shade?
I can't even see. Oh yeah, exactly that.
Cool.
Yeah, something like this.
Yes, the nations have
beautiful
come
baby
to peace.
boy.
So while there is probably racism, there is not like.
Oh boy, fantasy racism.
Fancy racism.
So it's just fallen empires.
Well, there's probably some racism. It's probably the nations live in peace and like the people. None of the rulers are racist, thankfully.
I think like maybe I'd like to still make him a bit smug as he was, but not like
Not racist.
the kind of just sort of like smug but charming, not the sort of smug I'm better than all of you.
Yes. Suave, not. Mean.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. But yeah, those are my two concepts. I might make another healer character because if I'm
Una
gonna be
too.
Una, I just like playing Una.
I crossed over
So-
dimensions to see if I could find a friend. Did it work?
Where?
No.
What did it cost? What's the tuition again?
Where are you, Angel Optics?
Oh my gosh.
So the idea just kind of came to mind, but like, I kind of imagined that maybe the himbo character had like a sibling of sorts who actually was meant to go there, and maybe there was a mix-up of sorts with like, I don't know, I'm assuming fantasy passports or whatever, just getting
Fantasy
from one location
passports.
to another. And the parents are like, well, we're too late to get there now, better make use to your new lives or some shit like that. We're not good parents. And
We're
so
not
he's
good
kinda
parents.
just stuck- He's kind of just stuck there. He's like, oh, I
Oh
wasn't
no,
meant
it's
to be-"
fantasy Home Alone.
So now he's, for reasons that I'll probably work out at some point later, the guy just, whatever.
Well, time to roll with the punches.
Starts getting punched by Gauntlet Unit.
This is what I meant. We're not good parents. Basically, every parent in this game so far. Oh boy. Alex, you have two other character concepts.
I do have two other character concepts.
Which one do you
I
want to
have-
talk about first?
I have a problem. So, since we're on the subject of bad parents, let's talk about River.
All right, let me grab the reference of River.
All right.
Oh my god, you've drawn it already?
No, I haven't actually. I'm just getting the getting the Gaia
I-
Online avatar.
I got Guy Online stuff for.
Because of
Fishing.
Yeah, I have Guy Online characters for all the characters and their respective bad parents.
Yep. Let
All
me-
right.
Alex, can you send me the file?
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
I can't download it from Google Sheets.
Oof.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. I'll send the other one when it becomes relevant.
Yes, please.
Only when it becomes relevant, though. At no other point.
Nice file name, by the way.
Yes. River is literally the only one I was a fool and didn't save the original of before putting it in Google Sheets.
Did you screenshot it?
No! Oh wait, I have the no button. No.
No.
I hate you.
No, 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 no.
Yes.
Alright. There she is, folks. River.
Let me see,
Yep.
let me see.
Old Man River.
Be patient. I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it.
There's no time for patience.
Alex,
Juno.
Alex
I,
grabbed
I,
it.
I put it in call because, you know, I also have the file.
Yes, Alex does have the
Cool.
original file.
Alright.
Oh my god, another redhead!
Another redhead!
So many people in this army are gonna have red hair.
I'm living
Yeah.
for this. You have no idea.
I now
Alright.
want to make my character just have a thing for redheads, just to rule all of all the other characters that are
Oh my
redheads.
god.
I will do it.
I mean, like, half the people in Three Houses had green hair, so...
I mean, we've moved up in the world from blue. Anyways, continue.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yes.
River to Danon herself is a super, super nice person. She would be friends with 99% of the world. Like, even the people she's fighting, like, that's a really charming girl. I'd love to hang out with her some more times.
Dies.
She's also an incredibly talented sniper.
Oh.
So, unfortunately for River, her mother is an asshole.
Oh.
Yeah. So Siobhan de Danon had 2 sons who were carrying the holy blood of something or other. I'll figure that out later. And then she got the idea, wait a minute. If I marry into a family that also has a major crest of something else, and then we have a kid, it'll be the ultimate kid. And then River had no holy blood.
Oh.
Yep. Holy blood is not guaranteed to pass down.
Nope.
Whoops.
So Siobhan is like, ah, I see. You are useless to me.
Oh.
What? No, no, I'm not, Mom. See how good I am at shooting people? That's nice, honey. You see how good I am at making friends? Oh, you should really introduce me to your friends sometime. I'd love to see them. And and like, going to a tiny joint conservatory was supposed to help, but then she wrote home like, hey, I met this really cool friend. Her name's Adelaide. She also uses a gun. Really? Oh, she's like the daughter I never had. Because I decided, wait a second. Cursed Throne NPCs have ludicrously high stats. What if I took that and made it a plot point for an inferiority complex?
Aww.
Aw.
That's awful. I love it.
Why don't you have Swift Sparrow 3 River?
I have Vantage Plus, Mom. Not good enough.
Not good enough.
I have bolting, but it's a gun. Oh, that's nice, dear. She's got a better gun.
It's
I hate this mother already.
Adelaide puts her hand on River. It's only a different gun. It's okay. Our guns are different.
Guns are different.
One's not inherently better than the other.
is that an S-rank gun? And you're still dealing with C-rank, River? What have you been doing with your life, River?
God.
You must introduce me to this Lady Montcrief friend of yours. I hear she invented the whole field of engineering. And she's 2 years younger than you? What did you do when you were 17, River?
Ouch.
Siobhan de Danon is an awful person.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love her, but she is an awful person.
Yay.
There you go.
I have the bolt. I have the version of bolting. I have gun that's basically bolting. That's nice. Your friend has adaptive damage.
You guys remember that one, do you remember Gru's mom from Despicable Me?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Just constantly being like,
Yeah.
meh,
You can't target the lower of defense or res. Meh.
meh.
But yeah.
Look,
Oh,
Ma,
man.
my weapon can target the foe's res. Meh.
Meh.
Can it target the lower of the two? I don't think so. Meh.
Nah.
All right. And yeah, we have some
she is.
bad parents.
Some bad parents.
Bad parents.
Because of course.
Yes.
Parents? What are parents? Never heard of them. Only in my room.
I'm already in my room!
Bernie?
Yeah. Turns to Siobhan. You know, she could probably hit you all the way from her room with how skilled she is with the gun. That's nice. Does she have Swift Sparrow 3? She'll only be able to hit once if she doesn't.
Yeah, her speed is eh.
Her speed is, eh.
Can she make a guaranteed follow-up attack and reduce damage? I don't think so.
So, sounds like something someone with holy blood would be able to do. You know, like my sons, who are good people, unlike you, River.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I kind of want Adelaide and River to just talk this out.
Alright.
Cause this is sad.
I think any of these characters are metaphors.
Yep.
Alright. Impromptu shooting contest happens. River, you already shot all the cans. Bam! River, the cans are gone. River, you can stop shooting the cans now. River, do you want to talk about your mom? No, I want to shoot the cans.
I want to shoot the cans. River, the target's already riddled with holes. I know, but I can shoot through those holes.
There's another target behind this target. Also, I'm trying to have her have an Irish accent, and it's going to be terrible, so...
Alright.
Go on. Give us an example.
You see, there's a target behind this target.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We have to have an Irish off now.
Stares an Irish faculty member.
Una, approaching the field to have an Irish off. River, a mile away, taking aim. I never see it coming.
Yeah, because like the magical professor Saoirse Moore is Irish coded.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
All right, who's your third one then?
Yes.
Ah, yes. I do have a third one.
You do have a third one. He is now relevant.
He is now relevant.
A boy?
He!
Yes.
Him!
Oh man!
Him!
A man.
Him!
Alright,
I'm gonna kill you.
He's...
there he
Oh my
is.
god, he's blue.
He's blue.
Yeah.
Alright, let me
So
grab.
remember when you said everyone had blue hair, Scott?
I do.
Blue hair. Blue
Blue
hair.
hair. Blue hair.
Blue hair. Alright, let me get the image into Streamlabs. Uh, and let me grab the downloaded file. There he is.
Oh my God,
There's our
he's
boy.
beautiful.
I love him.
There he is. Right there.
Is he a gauntlet user?
I will get to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Funny thing about that.
Funny thing about that. So, this is Caliban von Thetis.
Caliban von
On what?
Thetis.
Thetis, yes.
Fetus?
Thetis, not fetus. Thetis.
Thetis.
Oh, okay.
What an unfortunate name.
Not fetus!
I'm
Thetis!
typing out the names of all the characters in
Thank you.
call here. So,
Thank you.
Thetis as in the goddess from Clash of the Titans.
All right.
All right. So, Caliban is awesome. He's awesome at everything. He's like super skilled in every melee weapon. So, is he a gauntlet user? Yes. Is he a lance user? Yes. Is he a sword user? Yes. Is he an axe user? Yes. Is he a bow user? No. Yeah, I didn't want to make his personal skill too broken.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, he was born to a loving mother, got into Itane Conservatory because he's just that skilled at the art of war. He's basically the coolest kid in school, and he knows it. Most finger guns in the army. You're welcome.
Oh God.
I hate him already.
I don't know if I love or hate this guy,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that's kind of the point.
Look at this man's weapon loadout. He's got Sanyan, he's got Galatine, he's got Vouge, he's got the Titan's Gauntlet. This man's got all the S rank weapons.
In the words of Mike Myers, do you think he's compensating for something?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Otis
Alright,
Cowboys,
just as long as
perhaps.
we're clear.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I was inspired because in Fire Emblem Heroes there was a skill, like, near save 3 where you could jump in and take a blow for an ally. So I'm like, that could be the good basis for a new tank character. But then I was
Cries
like,
in Audrey.
that could be a good basis for a glory hogging kill steal character.
I hate it. I hate this already.
I'm sure most of his friend group does too, except he's just too cool to be hated.
He's too cool. Every
Debatable.
school has one. Every school has one of these.
Yeah, so you got sent to the hospital because of a jetpack accident, huh? I crashed into 5 trees and I'm doing fine, baby. Caliban the unstoppable.
Yeah. That's him.
I don't know if I love or hate this guy, and I think
I
that's
hate
fun.
him.
It's great.
Yeah, I was just grinning ear to ear, Scott, as you were debating a character who has no idea what he's doing here. Because Caliban is the exact opposite.
God.
Yes. Yeah, let me
Yeah. Also was inspired by the fact that I was binging a whole lot of Cobra Kai, and I was like, I want to make a character that's Johnny Lawrence.
So what you're saying is, if I go through with this character, these two are gonna be like,
Fight! I'm kidding.
Fight! Yeah. I figured out your secret. You're a lance user. Oh, am I?
Or am I? Just give me a turn to switch, and we'll see. Let's see.
There he is.
such a fucking.
I
shock.
love characters like this with like a hairstyle like this, like fluffy at the back, but then it's long as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my end, but the arrows pointing to River to Danon and Caliban Montitas are nowhere near them.
Oh. I was pointing to the actual pictures on the thing.
Okay.
on the stream.
Yeah, that would be more helpful because I was looking at, that's a bell. And that's random.
Alright.
I
That's
have-
brother with the shoulder.
have come up with a very basic idea for her character.
And
Her name it would be, as I'm sketching her, her name is Ivy Rose Merrilson. She would be either a healer or an archer, or somehow a bit of both.
actually, there's a skill
Basically,
that lets you do that.
Yes,
Yep.
she would be both then. And I imagine she would be big. She would be a gentle girl, and she is squishy. She's she's a bit big, but she's squishy. She gives up the best hugs.
Yeah, squishy, like most healers are. Aims for heal.
How dare you try to do that to me? I was trying to be nice.
Listen, probably one of the things that you're going to be doing at this conservatory is also doing mercenary work because there's going to be bandits.
Yeah.
Listen, I may not be the strongest, but I am surprisingly a bit agile, cause despite how big I am. But so, don't worry, I'm a good shot.
Aw.
Yes.
I am the strongest. I am the smartest. I heal the best. Please help me.
Please help me.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh gosh, she uses crossbows with like different types of bolts.
Yes.
Cross-
Oh my god, my character will have unarmed combat as a skill.
Oh,
I am the smartest. I am the coolest. I shoot the farthest. That's nice, dear. Oh, look, someone shot farther than you. I have gun range +2.
Oh my-
That's nice, dear.
One shot farther than you. Oh my god, I actually shot a thing!
I'm just tired.
Miss River, would you prefer a hug? You seem like you need it after your not exactly having the nicest of families.
What was that? That was the discomfort noise of.
You seem very stressed. Why don't you just take a nap?
In the middle of a fight against mercenaries.
I mean, if you hide in the bush, they probably won't find you.
You can go take a nap. It's fine. I'll cover you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gets into the bushes, sees another person there. Bad day.
River kicks down the door. Joke's on you, mother. My personal skill does give me a guaranteed follow-up attack under the right conditions. That's nice, dear. Oh, look, do you have Swift Sparrow 3 and the speed to do it all the time? No? Get out of my sight. Thank you.
Oh my god.
God.
Adelaide pats her back. It's okay, I don't have Swiss Sparrow 3 either.
Do both of you need hugs?
Hugs would be
I once
nice.
saw a Swift Sparrow. It was pretty.
Ivy Rose is just the one who always gives hugs.
Oh, designated mom
Cutie.
friend.
Designated. She's designated Teddy Mom.
Teddy mom.
Oh. So I
She's Teddy
can
Mom.
use
Teddy
your
or
chest as
Kitty?
a pillow then?
Yes, you can actually, if you
Uh,
prefer.
She's a
Oh,
living
yeah, I
jungle
appreciate
skog.
I mean, I appreciate it because if we're on the battlefield, I suppose I have to catch a nap while standing up. So you'd make for good support.
I want to, if my character ends up doing unarmed combat, I want to introduce a casual meta play style where he just kind of where he has unarmed combat and gale force, where he just runs up to an opponent, just bitch slaps them and runs away.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Enemy chases after him. Caliban leaps in. It's cool. I got this.
Mr. Caliban, please be careful, will you?
I'm always careful. I'm unstoppably careful.
Unstoppable, careful.
You're unstoppably loud as well.
You can take a nap and put in earplugs.
Earplugs only do so much.
Dang it, Caliban, I wanted experience.
I also want an experience.
Oh god.
Good luck having enemy phase builds.
I don't have any experience.
I am the enemy phase build.
This could be, this could free up a lot of cool player phase builds, though. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool character concept.
Please don't make that your actual play system by stealing our XP.
Like from what I remember, the jump and take the attack can only happen once per turn, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but even so.
Actually, let me check. Let me check. Gustav Faye. Alright, Gustav.
Faye.
Imbo will be the villager archetype.
Yeah!
Himbo.
Alright, Valentine's Gustav. Let's see. No, I'm looking for the Valentine's version. Where is he?
I will intentionally give him super low stats just so he can have underdog proc every turn.
Give him high HP. He'll be like Merlin is.
Oh my god, yes!
Let's see.
DR near save.
Here it is. Let's see. If foe uses savior, initial trigger savior on unit, savior. Nope, no turn limit.
I see.
What I'll probably do is I'll split the experience between the two, because like I don't want people to get screwed over by look at me, look at how cool I am.
Caliban leaving and taking every blow.
Caliban, please, Caliban, I need to level up my weapon. Caliban.
I am the weapon.
Bitch, please, I started, so I'll finish.
Mr. Caliban, I definitely do need the experience, so make sure my healing gets more powerful, so please be careful.
I can't help but notice you're talking about needing the experience when this triggers on melee combat and you're a bow unit.
Can we go home now?
Looks like you need the bonk stick.
Yeah. Come, don't be ridiculous. I gave the bonk stick to Lady Catherine and she's nowhere near Why Do I Hear Boss Music.
Why do I hear jetpack engine?
Bam! Things I learned today. Getting hit with an axe going at 100 miles an hour hurts a lot more than an axe being held by someone standing still.
I thought that'd be obvious, but alright.
I'm already excited for this game, but we gotta finish Cursed Throne first.
Wait.
Finish
That just gave me an idea for a personal skill. Like fucking Kamikaze. Anytime a character takes like indirect damage, they deal like indirect damage back to any enemies within like 5 spaces or some shit.
So basically, Saizo's skill, where he blows up.
Yes, except he doesn't also take the damage.
Yeah, he already took the damage. Oh boy, I sure love using Saizo and having him blow up in my face.
Right? It's the best!
Yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to clear off the, I'm gonna save this first, and then I'll clear off the canvas.
Oh, yeah, save Adel Clown.
Save it.
Saved. It is now saved. Let me,
Yay.
Q.
Alright, I'm gonna
The stick figure is now Himbo.
drop that into...
Oh.
Himbo is now his name!
I'm gonna kill you.
Alright.
We'll come up with an anagram or monogram or whatever. You know what I mean.
Alright.
Acronym.
Yeah. Erase.
Alright. And...
Nope, now she's gone.
Yep. Let's see. What else can
Sorry,
I talk
had 3
about?
layers open.
it's okay. I guess I'll talk a bit about the Pedmaster as well. I'll talk about some of the faculty. So as we said, Boris Wright,
Boris Wright,
the engineering professor. We have Serge Amour. Magic professor. and he be Herophilus, the Christology and Anatomy professor. What? This isn't Hanneman, but a woman? Nut.
Hanneman, but she girl.
Anna man, Anna man.
And I see we have a nice little Lori dab down there.
It's my special move, the Lori dab.
Personal special.
It's very nice, Miss Lori. Absolutely wonderful.
Everybody
You gain suave,
dies.
you gain suave plus 20.
Suave
Nothing else
plus-
happens.
Yeah.
I might make a dancer character, depending.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, is it going to twerk?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Caliban. Wait, is it gonna twerk? No. Oh.
Actually, the dancer might pair up pretty well with Caliban because like people are like, ooh, frail dancer walks up to kill. Caliban, not so fast.
Yeah. Aha! I see you've fallen for my trap card.
Let me dab for you, Caliban.
Sick dab, bro. Love the dab, broham.
Brown.
Bro.
All right, broski, now watch as I waste these fools with my 4 weapons. All right. Anyways, the headmaster of the conservatory, her name is Pallas von Erasmus.
Palace.
Yes,
Oh, I love that name.
Erasmus.
That is really pretty.
What's your name, man?
Pallas.
Alexander Hamilton?
Palace. What's your name, man?
Palace.
All right, and I'll just really quickly draw Pallas's head here. Quickly looks up hairstyle. I will go ahead and give her a big ol' French braid.
This is me clearly not knowing how to draw pog. I don't know what it is.
It's slightly horrifying.
Oh, like that, okay.
I'm gonna eat your face.
It's the lips.
Don't.
My face is too cool to be eaten.
Students, please, no eating each other's faces.
Why would,
Do it.
why would anyone try to eat each other's faces? It's,
Don't do it. Don't eat my face. Do not eat my face. You
It's a very good question.
face?
you
Faces
ate
are
his
very low.
face.
Faces are very low in nutritional value. I have no idea why you do that.
Now, super calcium, on the other hand.
Super calcium, on the other hand.
Wait, you're not supposed to. Oh.
Adelaide's just looking over. Why did you eat that
I
face?
don't know. Oh.
Look, listen, this is a military academy, but we're not barbarians.
Looks at unarmed combat. Oh.
We're not barbarians.
We're not barbarians. Studying in brigand and barbarian class. Excuse me?
They probably won't be called brigand class.
If
It's
it
probably like
is,
axe
then we have
study.
the great brigand boss.
Yeah.
I finished an Ivy Rose doodle.
Ooh,
Show me.
show.
In call.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
It's adorable. Before I forget, though, One of the reasons I created Lady Catherine was because I wanted to have an axe unit that was actually a genius as opposed to the all too frequent axe units that are dumb as shit and can't hit anything.
Yep.
Fair.
It's me, the Vike. I can hit absolutely nothing.
It's me,
love
Lady
her.
Catherine! I shall leap into the sky and take down a Pegasus! And the rider. And the rider too, right, Lady Catherine? Sure!
Why not?
Then fall off your wyvern.
What wyvern?
Oh.
She's got a jetpack.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Where we're going, we don't need wyverns.
Last time on Curse Throne.
I know. This is the song that I used for. This is the song that I used for the last time out.
I love Ivy Rose. I like the little marks on her eyes.
Take a look in a second.
Part of me wants to think like everyone thinks she's like squished in terms of HP because she's a healer, but in actuality, she's a fucking tank.
Ooh, a tanky healer.
Yep.
It's like, you thought I'd be hard to take. I think, you thought it'd be easy to take down because I'm a healer. Well, joke's on you.
Ah,
Looks like
you wield a staff, therefore you must have low defense. That was your first mistake.
I was like, but see,
Allow
finish
me
it
to introduce myself.
Your defenses are high, but you can't combat in melee, Caliban. Allow me to introduce myself.
Alright. There is Headmaster Palace.
Nice.
Alright.
That is 100% the look of someone who's looked upon the disaster gang of Catherine, River, Adelaide, Lori, Ivy, Himbo, Caliban, and it's like, these are my best mercenaries. Yep.
These are my students. I'm proud of how much they know. As for how they act, Morgan is a prankster, by the way.
Morgan is a prankster.
Morgan is a prankster.
Hey, Adelaide, you wanna show the faculty how to do a squishy? What's this? Adelaide sighing. Morgan, what's a squishy? You see these berries I picked from the from the forest the other day? Where are you gonna put them? You know the faculty toilets?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, don't like that.
I do know the faculty toilet.
See, Caliban gets it.
That makes it worse! That makes it worse if Caliban gets
That makes
it!
it worse. Morgan, I love you. You're my best friend, but jeez.
Like Zoink Scoob.
Like Zoinks.
You see, when they look, you see those two buffers at the at the bottom of the toilet seat. Adelaide just pinching her, taking off her glasses, pinching her brow, or shaking her head.
I have so many questions for everything going on.
And you're not going to get an answer to them.
I know I'm not.
Morgan is definitely smart, but she's gotten in trouble multiple times. She's definitely gotten stern talking tos. Like Palace isn't like a strict headmaster. She just taps her foot disappointedly, shakes her head at Morgan's antics.
Oh, I love that.
Well, Morgan is doing some antics again. It must be Tuesday.
It must be a day that ends with Y.
Oh wait, no, it's Monday. Oh well.
Morgan, did you leave the Did you hide the key to the wyvern pen again? Well, that wasn't me that time. That was Caliban.
I'm a lot cooler than a bunch of flying lizards.
Alright, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I guess since we have 20 minutes, I guess we can just draw antics now.
Yeah.
Antics, antics,
Antics, antics, antics.
And 6.
I'm just
Alright.
practicing figure drawing up here.
Alright. He dance.
Look at this dude.
He dance.
He dance.
He dance.
He can dance if he wants to.
He can leave his friends behind.
As far as the line.
Himbo, but a dancer.
Yeah.
Alright. Time to
Alright.
draw
great.
antics.
What should we draw? Anything we want?
Anything. I kind of want to keep a theme to the game because, like, I love these characters already.
Yes.
Casually pulls up Morgan reference because where antics go, where Morgan goes, antics follow.
I am the antics. That's a critical quote.
Yes. And because she has magic, she can pull many pranks.
She's so cute.
Hey Lori, watch this. I'm gonna start a food fight.
Please don't.
Don't do it.
It's okay. You can sleep under the table or something. No need to get caught in the crossfire.
I suppose if I pray hard enough, I will not be touched in this war.
Perhaps if you hide hard enough.
Or hide hard enough.
You know what I
to
must
hide
do.
harder.
No,
we
she wouldn't
go.
throw. She wouldn't throw apples. That'll hurt.
What's
She's gonna
for
do
this
that.
apple, Lady Catherine. Don't bam. Oops.
She's doing that thing where she like takes a spoon and like flicks the food at people.
Alright.
Lady Hemsworth, this is not proper bath. This is not proper dining hall behavior. All of you in my office now. Morgan
Whatever,
sitting in
sleeping.
detention. Morgan in detention, winking at Adelaide. Totally worth it. Whispering, totally worth it.
Am I friends with all of you again? Oh, right. You're all wonderful people.
For your shenanigans in the mess hall, I've decided to assign you a special punishment mission to make up for it. It's a defense mission on a ship.
Oh, God.
Well, could be
Every last
worse.
one of them.
Well, could be worse. 5 Titanuses.
Fine.
Why are there Titanuses on this ship?
It's the Titanic.
Titanusic.
Titanic. I'm sorry.
Watch this. Nararam's gonna be pissed. Nararam turns around. So it's a food fight you want. Steeples fingers.
And we're in for hell. Let's go.
Morgan, this isn't the first time you've pulled this. Therefore I picks up 2 fistfuls of broccoli, have come prepared. How did we go from talking about murdering a dragon to this?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, dragon murder is ancient history. I look towards the future. And the future is flight. Lady Catherine ducking out of the way, trying not to get food in her delicate jetpack.
Hey, watch the exhaust vents.
I'm just saying, if you get tomato in this exhaust fan, it's going to spray all over you the next time it tests.
Somebody's gonna get cream of tomato soup in their face.
Please no.
Please, no. There, it's perfect. Oh wait, no, it's not. Hang on.
Hey, Laura, you wanna see how far I can fling these mashed potatoes?
Go
Cat-
ahead.
Catherine, do you think these potatoes need more thrust?
What the potatoes don't need thrust. They need more lift. Obviously. Yes.
Yes.
A very large difference, actually, Himbo.
Catherine, please don't.
I think I was just calling him Himbo.
Please stop calling me that. Shut up, Himbo!
Shut up, Himbo.
Well, we got some new meat at the academy. I think I'm gonna call you Himbo.
Turning Lori into a furry.
I didn't, she's a cat. There's a difference.
Neko Nekonya. X3 Nuzzles pounces on you.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
delete
you're
this now.
so warm.
Laurie, I'm gonna ask you for a very big favor.
Yeah.
Never do that again.
Oh, I forgot his stubble. I feel like not Brandon would be the type of teacher who would just constantly let students get away with shit.
Not Brandon. I do not see it. I am looking away.
I do not see it.
Oh no, light got into my monocle. I couldn't see anything.
I love how I... Shoutouts to Chi-Chi, by the way. I love how I look up the word himbo on Google, and one of the first 10 results that comes up is fucking ass Chi-Chi sitting on the piano, singing I Need a Himbo. Shoutouts to Chi-Chi.
Shoutouts to Chi-Chi.
Shout out to Chi-Chi.
Shout outs to Chi-Chi.
Never roar X-ray in my face again. You come into my dining hall, and your roar X-ray nuzzles pounces on you.
Right in front of me, salad?
Right in front of my salad.
I hate how you all sound like Kid Sullivan's dad.
Yeah. So, first of all, you're in my face, which is a problem because I'm supposed to be the sniper. I don't mind socializing in my face, but at the same time, it's not very practical. And then there's someone twerking in the middle of the dining hall, too, right in front of my salad.
I can't
Is
draw
this
with a mouse.
twerking enough for you, Caliban?
Almost. Kicks legs up on table. They
Alright.
don't allow me to reverse the chair in the cafeteria and lean on it coolly, so this is what I'm doing instead.
More twerking!
More twerk. More. Lady Catherine pops up. Thrust?
Thrust? No.
I'm thinking of what a dancer could be like, and for some reason I'm thinking Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club.
But consider, if you twerk in the air, more people can see you and be inspired.
Shit, you right.
Great. Now try not to scream. That depletes your air.
I will cover it up by singing.
But consider, yes,
Oh god.
Caliban Pog.
I want to be up in the air. It will give me some peace and quiet for once.
It really won't. There'll be a loud roaring jetpack strapped to your back.
It will make for a nice background hum.
Well, I can't argue with that. Happy landing.
Catherine.
Fine. I guess you are a little pog champ. Come here.
Don't like that.
Catherine, Laurie's been. Adelaide walks up. Catherine, Laurie's been in a coma for a while. Do you know anything about that?
She wanted her night's rest. Listen, I just give them the jetpacks. What they choose to do with the steering column, if they remember it's there, it's up to them. I cannot influence that part of research. It cannot be tainted if I am to revolutionize aviation, Adelaide.
Well, chat, do you have any last questions?
Yeah, we've got 8 minutes. Yeah.
Catherine, we don't need to revolutionize aviation. We've got Pegasi. Not for long.
I can't draw with the mouse, so I just started drawing this, and I don't know how I feel about it.
That's Himbo's canon design.
That's what Himbo looks like.
He's beautiful.
This man's built like a thumb.
Oh, wait, hang on. There we go.
More
More
triangles.
Done. Wait.
Yeah. Man, I'm excited for this gang of students, but yeah, we gotta finish Cursed Throne first.
Alright,
Yeah.
so we have 2 questions, both from anime characters. Favorite Ashen Wolf?
For me, I like Constance and Balthus, actually. Balthus because, like, he's the himbiest himbo to ever himbo. And he's just like, he's just so funny. Like, he's just, I'm the unparalleled king of grappling, or whatever adjective he decides to use in that sentence. And Constance because I love, like, I love the sheer dichotomy of every character. It's hilarious. But like, also, it's intriguing. Like, also, she's pretty darn good with magic. Like, I have her as a Dark Flyer in my current Blue Lions playthrough. This works very well.
I never played Ashen Wolves.
You should.
Constance.
Yeah.
My favorite of Ash's Wolves was Lycanroc because it was very playful and affectionate.
Oh my god.
I never actually saw that. I never actually saw that series of Pokemon, but you know, I think it was pretty good.
Scott. Whisper.
Really? I'm making a complete what of myself? The most embarrassing thing you've ever heard?
No.
And now it's even worse because I'm saying it in front of the entire stream. You want me to do what with the fork?
And then, thoughts on Brave Gatekeeper?
I'm mostly curious because the Gatekeeper is a generic soldier. At least he has the model of one. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that. Like they're gonna have to get creative, because in canon they don't have like anything to base the Brave Gatekeeper on, except putting him in the game at all. Which honestly, I feel like that's what they might do. They'll probably just
Grave
put him in
Gatekeeper. More like a Grave Baitkeeper.
For me, I mean, people keep asking for my opinion as to like, what do you think of Brave Gatekeeper? But I got nothing to report.
I'm gonna end your existence.
Don't.
I will do it. I'm fucking coming over there doing it, coward.
How are you gonna come over there when you have to get across the ocean? Lady Catherine slaps jetpack on Queen. Go get him, Tiger!
I can always rely on you.
Jokes aside, I have very mixed feelings on Brave Gatekeeper. On the one hand, I think it's very cool that a character like Gatekeeper made it as far as it did, and I am interested to see what IS does with that. That said, and I mean no ill will towards. I mean no ill will. It's just as someone who didn't play Three Houses, I guess I just don't see the appeal. I
You kind of Gatekeeper is kind of a character you had to be there for.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Again, nothing against the people that voted for him. I just wasn't there for it, like you said. So
Yeah. I can't believe Crom got completely destroyed.
Looks like he'll get his chance another day.
Hey, on the bright side, this gives him a chance to be first place and then another time.
Does it?
I mean, Crom got destroyed in a Hero Rises too. I will never not be salty about the fact that they voted for Brave Edelgard over Legendary Adel. She's in the normal pool.
You realize next year we're gonna continue a trend. Last year they voted in regular Edelgard. This year they voted in Brave Edelgard.
Maybe
Next
Edelgard
year-
fans will finally be smart and vote in a limited Edelgard alt.
No, don't be ridiculous. Next year they're gonna vote both of them in,
Oh my lord.
and then they're gonna vote in Himbo.
Raphael?
No,
Yes.
Himbo.
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 Good to see you're attending the academy, Himbo.
Please leave me alone.
Who let this giant Hercules beetle in here?
That's it. That's my fourth character. It's Crag.
It's just Crag. First name Just, last name Crag.
I'm sorry. Who are you, and why does your head look like a?
Palace walks in. Himbo, we don't use that kind of language here.
But consider.
I find that language very offensive,
Are you done?
Crag is done.
The irony being, eventually, when they encounter the brother, he's even more of a fucking himbo than this guy is. Bonk. Bonk. Bonk.
Bonk. Bonk.
Bonk.
Wait.
Bonk.
Wait. Hold on.
What?
Bonk. Go to horny jail.
Go to Horny Jail.
Okay, so we need this shade of yellow.
She looks like Minerva now.
We need about the shade of yellow.
Go to Horny
We
Jail.
need to fill this in.
Go to Horny Jail, Saphira.
Juno, you might know where I'm going with this, actually.
I am horny jail.
Oh, God. Juno, I need you to put some red on the sides of this hammer. This...
I kind of dig this.
Thank you. I'm glad you understand.
Bonk!
I get it.
Bonk! Bonk! Bonk!
Bonk! Bonk!
As somebody who is
Boink.
playing a Boston character who is from Boston in another show, I need to know these things.
Fair.
Yes. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now it's a bonk.
Yep.
Alright.
That's Haley's true awakened form. Scout TF2.
Scout.
Yeah.
Yay, it's me, Scout TF2. Oh my god, she's that. You know that Femme Scout model that was like running around and.
Yes.
That's Haley.
Yeah.
That's Haley.
Oh wait, hang on. Almost forgot.
Before we go off ending, before we end off, Adelaide making out with a girlfriend in the hallway, Laurie walking in with the hammer. Go to horny jail.
Go to Horny Jail.
Ah! A ghost. No, it's just
Listen, you can do what you will, but can you please not do it outside my room? I'm trying to sleep.
Duly noted. I'm very sorry, Laurie. We'll be moving this to my
I will
room.
bonk you into next Thursday, you peasant.
Speaking
Takes
of next Thursday.
takes the head of the hammer. Himbo takes the head of the hammer.
What the fuck?
Anyway, speaking of next Thursday will be Strangers to the Stars, and hopefully the Thursday after that we'll be back to Cursed Throne with no danger of any internet freezing over.
Danger to the czars.
Yes.
By March, the snow should be over in Texas. By March, it should be over.
By March it
Right.
should be over. It better be.
Tomorrow is Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, tomorrow is Call of Cthulhu. So, folks, we will see you next time for hopefully more Cursed Throne. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sitting through me and my crazy steampunk Fire Emblem school. And we hope to see you again. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.